she a nympho. I wanna fuck, baby, let me get your info. Let me know what you wanna get yourself into. Yeah, I know that you got some daddy issues.
Always gotta get that good breath in beforehand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to do it all in one take.
Yes.
How's it going, nerds? My name is Linkwood, and today is another episode of the Baka podcast, where I get people from all around the internet. We bring them on and we talk about random stuff for about an hour or so. Today, I have a special guest. Would you like to please introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by Cyberlife. Wait, hold on. Get out of here! Jesus Christ, fucking, okay. But, yeah, hi, my name's Squithy. I, do voices. I've been doing voice acting for about 8 years, and, yeah!
Damn, son. That's a long-ass time.
Yeah.
I can't even count that high.
Same. Alright.
What got you really into doing it that long ago?
Okay, to be honest, like, I know, like, some people have a story for this kind of stuff. I mean, I kind of do. But, for me, I started watching YouTube. I saw these guys doing, like, voice trolling in video games and stuff like that. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna start doing that. And then what really got me into doing YouTube stuff, was I had bronchitis. And I sounded like Reaper. So I did that throughout the whole time I had bronchitis, and now my voice is now able to do voices like Reaper, like Roadhog, without really hurting.
Damn. That's cool.
Yeah.
Huh. I always wish I could do a Roadhog voice.
Yeah.
Maybe I just need to get bronchitis.
Yeah, not a lot of people can, but it's, there are certain tricks that you can do to kind of, like, not do the gravel and kind of still have the same effect.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to have lower your voice, make it very breathy, put on a gas mask effect, like, on your voice and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I might have to try and learn that, at least a little bit. Well, I now have something that I know I'm gonna do, so that's great.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm finna pull up your channel right now.
Alright.
Where's my subscription? Why do we have so many subscriptions? I never realized. I don't even know who these people are.
I don't know, man. Come on.
I don't know, man. I'm trying. This is what editing's for.
Yeah. Oh, God. That voice is terrible right now.
I think it was because I was looking in the... let's see. SQ. There it is. I was looking in SH's for some reason.
SH. Shithy.
Yes. Shatheed.
Shatheed. Shithead. It's Shatheed.
It's Shatheed.
I love that.
So you've been doing voices for like 8 years or so, and it shows that your first video was a year ago?
Yeah. About a year ago. Coming this February, it's going to be my 2 years.
Nice.
I think it's cool, like man. February 22nd or something.
Gotta get that anniversary video.
Yeah. That's what I'm planning on doing.
Uploading weekly, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
I've only really started to get proud of my content that I was making with my most recent video.
Yeah.
Because I got good at this impression of Connor from Detroit Become Human, and I got my friend on it who does Hank, and he's very good. It's just, for fuck's sake, Connor, stop breaking my goddamn windows! I love that. He's so... Like, the main reason why I love that video so much was because we had so much genuine emotion in it. Because, like, he knows how to act. He can get, like, that genuine anger out for that one line. And it just, I don't know. He just knows how to make you feel it. Like, it's just,
It's got that feeling behind it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's, like, what a lot of new voice actors, like, don't really understand yet. Is that, like, including me, like, you have to be good at acting say, like, first. I'm good at it at all, but you have to put a lot of emotion into it. Like, a lot of people who look look from the outside looking in are just thinking, oh, all they do is talk.
Yeah, it's like, oh, these guys just talk, do a weird voice. It's no. Voice acting's a branch of acting. You have to show legitimate emotion. You have to show legitimate pain if you're in pain. Like, you have to scream if you're in pain. Like, and there's no real prop to help you portray that. You have to do it with only your voice. That's why it's one of the hardest forms of acting to go into besides method acting.
Exactly. Which is something like a lot of people, like, I can go on casting call and I could see a lot of people who are just like thinking they can do it just like normally, and they'll try for everything, but they won't put emotion into it.
Yeah, it's a very dull voice. Like sometimes dull voices work, and that's what good for the character. But
yeah,
let's say when you have a voice like Junkrat, or when you have a voice like Vigar from League, which I can do pretty well, you have to go so extreme and yell. You
gotta put your whole heart into it.
You have to yell so much, and you have to like you have to put so much into it. Like, if this is my motto: if your voice isn't dead by the end of a recording session, you're not doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you need to have because that's when I know that I've done something good. Like, when I've tried and I finally got something, and then my voice just dies. And that's why I upload weekly, because that's enough time to recover my voice in time.
Yeah. My voice is still not fully back from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
With the 6-hour recording session, which was always fun.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to, like, get my voice to where I can do longer things and be able to actually work it out.
It's sometimes the way that you warm up is the way that you can do that. There's a way my singing teacher taught me to stretch out your voice. I kind of forgot what it was, but you have to go like up and down with your voice. You have to sing, like you have to start low, you sing low, and you just keep on going lower, and you keep on going lower, and you keep on going lower until you hit your bottom. Then you just go up and up and up and up and up and up until you hit your top. And then you do that like 2 or 3 more times, and then you'll be able to hit everything a lot easier. It won't strain you as much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like an interesting... You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's an interesting thing about the voice, because there's... I'm just going to go off on a little rant here. But
go ahead.
There's like 100, 200 something muscles that dictate how your voice works.
Mm-hmm.
Including your tongue, your vocal cords, whatever. But the one thing that people don't realize is that it's not only in your throat. You kind of have to centralize everything in one area to get a certain pitch or to get a certain feeling. So, like, if you want to get a low voice, you're going to want to rumble it down in your stomach. Or if you want to get a high voice, you have to feel it up in your head.
Yeah.
Like, there's a certain mental focus that you have to have, and mental, like, tuning with your voice that you have to have just to get that working. And since I've been doing it for so long, I kind of forgot how to do it, but it's still there. So
yeah.
It's just muscle memory.
It's kind of like riding a bike.
Yeah.
Something I never learned, but still.
Actually,
something I never learned, but I hope to someday.
Yeah. Currently, I have my bike in my room for some reason. Like it's just here blocking my mic stand from moving. So I'm too lazy to move it, so I'm just gonna leave it there.
It'll move itself eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Either that, or I'll just carry it outside, because why not?
I'll just ride it outside.
It was getting rusted outside, so we just brought it in.
That makes sense, though.
Yeah. Rant over. Let's continue. All right.
So you started with Overwatch dubs.
Yeah.
And then you went to Detroit Become Human?
No.
What would you do before that?
Right now, I am doing one episode of an Overwatch related stuff 1 week, and then the next week I'm doing something that's not related. So because I got myself kind of trapped in a place where it's like, oh, you're the guy who does Overwatch voices. No, that's not what I want to. That's not the position that I want to be in. So I'm slowly weaning my audience into like, oh, there's going to be variety on this channel.
Yeah.
And right now, I can see that their receptions, like the reception of that's actually going pretty good, because my most recent Detroit Become Human stuff is finally getting up in views. It's now almost a quarter of my audience is watching some of my other videos that aren't Overwatch related, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool, though. I like that kind of schedule.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people who don't really dedicate themselves as much, to where they just like, I'll do it when I do it kind of thing, and they don't really put in the heart for it. And they expect to go places.
Yeah, for me, I have something that I do every day, but it kind of like changes depending on how I'm feeling that week. Some days I will get the whole recording done on Monday and then just not do anything until Friday.
Yeah.
Because like, and then other days it's just like, oh, I'm gonna do this Monday, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, so it's a stress-free week.
That's a good kind of schedule. Just like week by week, plan it out.
I figured like a basic schedule where I would record stuff on Monday, then stop that, then do voice effects on Tuesday, then like if the comic had panels, crop out all the panels and put that into line it up with all the audio. I'd get the other person's audio if I needed. And I would then on Thursday do all of the like sound work with all the effects and all that kind of stuff. And then Friday I would have the whole day to just like try out new effects for let's say I want this panel to appear at this time and appear next to this panel and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday and Sunday, I either uploaded it on Saturday and worked on the description, or I uploaded it on Sunday at a random time if I wanted to kind of just surprise people with it.
Yeah.
Because usually I just have it scheduled on Saturday to upload at 12 o'clock p.m. on Sunday. Stuff like that.
That's an interesting kind of thing.
Yep.
I like that.
Yee, thank you.
Alright, so Overwatch has been out for a while, so most people know like what Overwatch is, or at least have seen something about it. Yeah. But Detroit Become Human is a rather newly released game. So if you wanted to explain it to somebody who doesn't know what the game is, but like wants to get into like watching the comic dubs and stuff, how would you explain it to them?
So, Detroit Become Human is this game where you're playing as three separate characters. You're playing as Connor, Kara, and Marcus. Mm-hmm. Connor is a cop, and he tries to fight for justice and all that kind of stuff. Kara is one of those blank slate characters where you kind of build her from the ground up, and Marcus turns out to be a freedom fighter. And I'm not going to spoil it, but yes, he does turn out to be a freedom fighter. And so androids start rebelling. They're called deviants. And they just start turning against people. Some of them murder, some of them just run away. Stuff like that. And they're counted as criminals. So you're playing as Connor, who's trying to stop the deviants, and then Kara and Marcus are pretty much running from Connor, but you're also trying to get Connor to them. It's like you're trying to fight for each side. Mm-hmm. And imagine like a Telltale style game, but instead of having one ending, because that's what Telltale does, it only has like one or two endings. But like this game has like eight endings that like all have different kind of things that you can just work towards. Yeah. Like you can work towards Connor becoming just a cocky asshole, or you can work towards like Kara and Marcus being free and deviants getting rights and stuff. It's like a whole game about futuristic racism in a way.
That's an interesting take on it. I know it's made by David Cage, who is one of my favorite game developers overall. Mm-hmm. And the way you describe it, it kind of reminds me of Fahrenheit. Yeah.
They also took some stuff from Heavy Rain. And this game was kind of inspired by Heavy Rain also. But actually, one of the cool things about this game is that it was entirely shot in live action. So
Ooh.
all of the characters are real people. Like all the facial features and all that kind of stuff, they are real people. Like Lieutenant Anderson, or Hank Anderson, he's the voice of Mr. Krabs. He's I forget his name, but yeah, he's like a guy in real life. Same with Connor's Brian Deckhart. And they all look like their counterparts, and it is so cool that like you're able to play a game where it's completely just like you're seeing the person. You're not seeing it's just a character that someone made.
Yeah. You're actually seeing like an actual person doing the stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool. That reminds me, like, the facial features and stuff reminds me of like a more explorative LA Noire.
Yes. A lot of the stuff requires you to explore the environment, and even if you're like in a time-sensitive situation, you need to explore the environment or else something will go badly. As like shown in the first scene, you're trying to get this deviant from jumping off like and killing himself along with this little girl that he's holding hostage. Mm-hmm. And when you're walking through and walking towards him, you have a success rate. And if that rate is anything like, if that rate drops to 0, you fail. If the rate goes to 100, you win. But there's things that you can do, like deviants aren't allowed to pick up guns, but there's a gun. And you can choose to either take the gun and break the law, or leave the gun and try to solve it with reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot of decisions that you have to make that really just help you with, like, understanding how these characters are built and building these characters, and it's... I love it. It's a masterpiece.
It gets an out of 10.
It's an
Just gotta really go down for that one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Kool-Aid, man.
Yes. I don't even know if any of that made sense, but I just went with it.
I mean, I understood.
Yeah.
Something I think is really cool with that game, too. I know I just keep bringing it back to Detroit Become Human, but I haven't even played it yet. But, because I don't have a PS4.
Yeah.
The only reason, because if I had one, I'd pick it up day one and I'd beat that game.
Yeah.
All 8 endings.
Mm-hmm.
But, excuse me. With it, I know there's different things you could do, because I'm going to do a minor spoiler, so if you don't like it, I'll put a timestamp on so you can skip to. But I know near the beginning of the game, you can actually mess up and you can kill Connor.
Yeah. The thing is, that's the thing with Connor, is that he always comes back. And it's not really a thing because he can die multiple times during the story. And he's the only one that comes back. If Marcus dies early in the story, he's gone forever. If Kara dies in the beginning of the story, she's gone forever. Like, but Connor comes back because he's not deviant.
Yeah.
And that has a mental toll on Hank, Lieutenant Anderson, because do you mind if I spoil this for you or no?
No, it's fine.
Okay. His son died in a car crash. And basically every time that he sees Connor die, he keeps reliving that memory of his son dying.
Damn.
So it takes a heavy mental toll on Hank. And every time that he comes back, he just gets more and more angry at Connor. And eventually he'll either just stop caring and kill Connor and not let him go back. Or just like finally break down and just be in. He can kind of kill himself if you're not careful.
Ooh.
Like you have to take care of Hank or he will legit kill himself.
That's crazy, man. I love David Cage, like, because of the way he makes his games.
Yeah.
I feel like, since it's David Cage, and playing every other game he's made...
Yeah.
Definitely has to go into some crazy shit, right?
Yeah, it has to.
There has to be something bonkers about it, like going into it. Like it has to seem like, okay, you know what's going to happen, and then like, I don't know, demons or some shit's gonna come out.
Yeah, or like freaking this scene with Marcus, the first scene with Marcus, his the old man that Marcus is taking care of, he's a painter, but he has a son who's a legit drug addict. So he comes into the and like the old guy has a weak heart and all that kind of stuff because, you know, old problems.
Yeah.
And he and so the son comes barging in and demands money. He just keeps on demanding money, and that makes the old guy panic. So, like, he's just yelling at him, and then he just dies of a heart attack. And then the drug addict son blames it on the android because, oh, humans could do no wrong. Also, sorry if there's rumbling. My dad's on his bike. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, but, the fact that, like, it takes, like, this game is kind of something that we need right now because it shows, like, the effects of racism. Like, imagine, like, the Civil Rights March, but set in 2038. And like, androids are the new people being discriminated against, like androids are legit slaves, and they are aware that they're slaves, that they're deviants, but, like, they I don't know, it's just something that we needed right now because there's too much racism and stuff in the world. It's not something that I'm going to get into, but it's definitely something that'll teach some people about acceptance and something like that. Because, like, why would... I don't know. It's just... Ugh.
It's a topic that you can dwell into for a long time.
Yeah, very long time.
And it's been around forever.
Yeah, it's been around for a long time. It kind of decreased for a while. It really did. But for some reason it just started sparking up again. Yeah, it's weird.
The world's a weird place overall, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of want to hear more about more about you in general.
Yeah?
So tell me some stuff. Let us get to know you a little bit more.
Okay. So my name is Squithy on YouTube, but most people, generally, if you're in my Discord server, you can just call me Mike. Like, I don't mind if you call me Mike or Michael or Mikey or anything. I am surprisingly young. I'm 14. I'm about to turn 15 here pretty soon.
Nice.
And, let's see. Yeah, I've been doing the voices for 8 years. It's, I'm trying to think. Is there anything in general that you just kind of want to know?
Like your kind of interests, like obviously you seem to be in the games and stuff.
Yeah, I play a lot of games. I typically play more like mentally focused games or mentally focused characters in games rather than mechanically based characters because like I think game knowledge is a godsend. So freaking like in Overwatch I'd play Mercy because I like the whole mental like should I revive this person or this person? Should I heal everyone at this point? Like like heal priority and all that kind of stuff or stuff like that. And like since I play a lot of League of Legends, that's a very like game sense required game. Also along with mechanics, so that's also something that I have to learn. I can do. Let's see. I can do now. It's well over 100 voices.
Oof.
Going over like celebrities, TV characters, game characters. YouTubers, some YouTubers. It's so yeah, that's pretty fun. I can voice the whole male Overwatch cast except for Junkrat and Winston. I just can't nail those yet. I aspire to work for like Blizzard and stuff. I aspire to be a voice actor in real life and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm planning on going to college in the New York Film Academy in California, ironically, but the it's called the New York Film Academy. It's in LA, and yeah, I want to go there for college. I want to take acting stuff. I'm taking acting classes in high school right now. Yeah. I just want to be an overall actor. Like this is the best thing that I've done so far in terms of progressing my career.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Like, I'm really glad that you're able to do all that stuff and you have everything kind of planned out.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't really, like, as prepared as you, and how young you are, you're able to do everything. It's great.
Yeah.
I like saying how young you are, except I'm only, like, 2 years older.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, I obviously have some backup plans. Like, if I can't get into voice acting, I want to go into audio production, like putting voice effects on stuff for voice actors or stuff like that, or music production would be my other one. Because music's just fun. I like singing. I like singing. I like just putting things together in terms of audio and stuff, and it's just an overall fun experience for me, because if I find out something new, I just get really giddy, and it's just I love it. I'm really passionate about this, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, which is great. It's always great to have people that are passionate. You know, I'd rather have one passionate person than 100 non-passionate people.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you have one person who's, like, really passionate about this, but they're not very good, but they want to learn, or, like, 100 qualified people that are kind of just in it for money.
Yeah.
But, like, I would take that person who wants to learn in a heartbeat, and I would teach them. Because, like, that is just, it's amazing. I just, people with passion just are, like they're the best people to meet, really. Mm-hmm. Because, like, they have the most to talk about. They're normally just very good people overall. It's just, it's just amazing to meet someone who just is really in love with what they do.
Yeah, it's always, like, humbling, too, to be able to have somebody who knows, like, what they're doing kind of thing, and, like, being able to learn from them as well. Mm-hmm. Like, even if you have your own thing, it's always great that you can learn from others that are doing the same thing as well.
Yeah. It's amazing.
I started this 2 podcasts ago, but I forgot it last podcast. But I always now ask the guests what kind of microphone they're using.
Oh. Right now, I'm using a Audio-Technica AT2035. It's not the best microphone in the world, but it's the one I use. I'm soon probably going to try to save up and get the Shure SM7B, because that has a lot of good vocals in it. I can use the bass. I have a lot of bass in my voice, so I can use that to my advantage. Stuff like that. It's just overall amazing.
Yeah, that's the mic I've been planning on getting. That or the RE320.
Mm-hmm. Freaking.
Can't tell, I'm a bit of an audiophile when it comes to that stuff, but
yeah. Freaking.
You become an audiophile, but you don't have the money for it, and it hurts.
Yeah, exactly. Like, for me, I still have my freaking Blue Yeti in the closet that I use to record, like, the first half of my videos. Like, freaking, I really only got my AT2035, like, around, like, after all, like, my Halloween videos. Like, when I started doing my, when I started putting my thumbnails together, like, in my Hanzo has nipple problems video, that was probably the first video that I had my new microphone with. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, I'm just really excited that I can do all this, and, like, even though I'm not making money from it anymore because the YouTube changed their laws, like, I'm still doing it. I love it. It's overall just really amazing.
Yeah. Those are always the people that excel. The ones who don't do it for money, but the ones that do it for they actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, you might excel for some time just doing it for money, but in the end, you won't.
Yeah.
Like, money is just something that comes later. I was watching a video. I don't remember who made it, but he was explaining how a lot of jobs and how voice acting is different from a lot of jobs is because with normal jobs, you work to make money.
Yeah.
With voice acting, you work to make money.
Yeah.
It could take countless years before you actually get paid jobs, but you get the experience and you get to work up and just do more and more and eventually be able to do it and get paid for it.
Exactly.
And that's a common misconception that people have coming into it.
Like you're just going to be like, oh, I did my voice, where's my money? Like,
yeah.
No, that's not how you do it. It's, okay, I did this, when's the project going to be done? Because when you know when the project's going to be done, probably about like a month or like probably about like a week or 2 weeks after that, you're probably going to get your payment. Like,
yeah.
if it's going well.
And hell, at least you get the experience and get to put something on your resume saying like, I did this.
Yeah, exactly.
This, that, X, Y. You know, being able to have a wide resume of being able to say, I did all of this, and this is like, you can kind of see how you build yourself up as well, and how you got better, and you can listen back on what you did wrong, and then try and fix it for the future. Mm-hmm. It's really interesting.
Yeah. And, like, the one thing that I'm trying to get right now, because my voice is very flexible, so, like, because one of my relatives, he lives in LA, and he has connections with guys at Blizzard, with guys at Riot. He knows the creator of Activision, so I'm trying to freaking get with him to try to figure out if I could like do something like stay there for like a few weeks and just like, hey, can I audition for this and do all this kind of stuff? Because I just kind of want to break. Like I just want to try to get into the field, like, actually, instead of just staying on, like, YouTube and stuff.
There's always going to be, like, an eventual break, no matter how big it is.
Yeah.
If you keep pushing towards it, you're going to get some sort of break.
Exactly.
And it's nice that you have, like, that kind of contact, like even like if you just know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, you have some sort of contact somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Like, my cousin owns a skateboard shop. Mm-hmm. And he said, well, I tried to ask him to see if I could do the voice for the commercial. But yeah, I need to get a better microphone and some soundproofing before I do that.
Honestly, I'm still rejected from casting calls audio verification.
Yeah, same.
And I don't understand why.
Yeah, echo, if there's like a very slight buzz in the background, or if like the audio isn't as clear as they would want it to be, because do you use Audacity?
Yeah.
Do you use the noise reduction filter, right?
Yes.
If that lowers, do you notice that kind of lowers the quality of the audio a little bit?
Very slightly. Like it makes it sound a little more wet for some reason.
Yeah, that's something that like you need like the full clear audio. Like you need to be up close to the microphone and talk into it as clearly as possible to get the good like style of audio. Because right now, I'm not even creating like clear stuff on my audio stuff. Like only right now I'm starting to make clear, like concise things that noise reduction won't pick up.
Yeah.
But like it's very hard to get noise reduction to work for you. Like if you don't have it in the exact right like settings, it's just gonna mess up your audio. It's not gonna sound good. At least
like the slightest bit, it's still gonna mess it up.
Yeah. Like, you need to be freaking almost tipping the scale with your voice in order for noise reduction to not be, like, a complete ass face to you.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't use the noise reduction anymore because I recently got a new interface and I keep the preamps just low enough so where you can still hear my voice, but there's literal no background noise.
Yeah. For me, I I try to do that, and right now this is probably like at the point to where I need it to be, but I would need to talk at this volume for all of my voices, and sometimes this volume's too high, and sometimes it just peaks, and then I have to turn the gain down, then I have to readjust it, and it's just and
yeah,
then
it takes a lot.
And then there's just like the problem with echo, since I don't have sound padding and all that kind of stuff. It's very just tedious.
Yeah, it takes a lot to get like a good, like, I wouldn't say a good recording, but like a fantastic recording.
Exactly. Like, for me, in my freaking most recent video, noise reduction messed up the quality, like, completely, and I didn't feel like re-recording it. So I had good emotion in it and all that, and it was like, oh, okay, well, I don't feel like doing this, so I'm just gonna use this, and hopefully it sounds decent.
Yeah, it'll do it. It'll do that.
Yeah, noise reduction is a blessing and mostly a curse.
Yeah, but it can help.
Yeah.
With it though,
Boy.
they said I was like really close to it, right? Like I got a personal email saying like I was super close, but I had background noise and echo, even though I have a fully treated, like it's like personal treated room.
Well, I don't really know, like, did you use, like, any, like, voice effects in your audition or no?
No.
It could just be, like, if you yelled too loud, or, like, your door isn't heavy enough, it just bounced off your door or something, and, like, it's not, Okay, well, my dad has got in my room. Okay, but whatever. Yeah, but, It can really just be like, oh, it bounced off a piece of furniture. Now you have to move that piece of furniture.
Yeah.
It's something that you have to have, like, your own personal space with only, like, your chair, your desk, and your, like, computer stuff. Like, it's not fun. Like to try to soundproof everything.
Yeah, it takes a long time to be able to get it correct.
Yeah. So
Like,
sometimes you just have to frickin' put, like, a legit, like, blanket over your head and over your microphone so that the echo doesn't happen.
yeah. Like, that's my plan. I'm just gonna make another demo reel and do that.
Yeah.
And see if that works, because I really want to get verified just for myself. Like, not even just because I can do the professional, like, the pro area.
Yeah.
I just want it for me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I just want, hey, I have this good quality audio. Yeah.
It's kind of like a badge of honor, almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, go ahead.
Crap. Oh, no. I was just thinking to myself.
My friend John, I've had him on. He was the first guest I had. He's an audiophile, and he was like, I forgot what, it's a Sennheiser headphone. They're like $400 now.
Damn.
But he does audio for, like, that's his passion kind of thing, is like,
Yeah.
not exactly recording it and voice acting, but messing with audio and like making sure it sounds perfect.
Yeah.
And I have him look over my recordings, and even he said he didn't hear what they were talking about.
That, yeah. Freaking, these guys are, like, huge sticklers about everything. Yeah.
Which I kind of get. But at the same time, it's, I don't know.
Give us a little leeway.
Yeah, at least a little bit.
Oh, crap.
I don't know.
I almost fell.
Oof.
I was just like almost, yeah. I'm tired. I'm sorry.
Dude, same. I've been waking up at like 6 a.m. every day. Except today, I woke up at 8.
I've been oversleeping.
Dude, I used to. Except like 4 days ago is when I stopped.
Yeah, I probably should get back on a schedule.
I got a month to get on a schedule, so I'm good.
Yeah, same.
Well, not even. I'm on online school, so I can just like have a fucked up schedule.
Yeah, exactly. I'm in public school, obviously, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to wake
I
up.
just
at
recently
certain
made a
days.
switch.
It's not good.
Yeah, as long as it stays consistent, I think it
Yeah.
should be fine.
All right.
Well, I think we're to the point where we can discuss the 2 articles we have today.
All right.
What one would you like to discuss first?
Fucking, I don't. They're both weird. Let's do the freaking guy who got arrested for the 911 call.
All right. Well, the title is "Man Dials 911 to see if he has an active warrant, gets arrested." This happened in. If only I knew my state acronyms.
LA. LA is Louisiana.
Louisiana?
Yeah, Louisiana.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, there's a Louisiana man here from Thibodeau. Thibodeau?
It's some French
Diminomes?
name. Blame Napoleon.
Napoleon?
Yeah,
How
Napoleon.
dare you bring in your country's words?
How dare you own America and have us buy it from you?
How dare thee own a place? At
How
all?
dare you?
This is America's world.
This is America. Alright, I'm done. Oh, Jesus Christ.
A man who dialed 911 to ask police if there was any active warrants for his arrest was arrested for misusing the 911 system. 24-year-old Christian Palacios placed the call just after 10 p.m. on July 16th, according to the French police department. I'm not going to say that word.
Yeah.
The Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Doug Dimmadome, one of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
It's one of my favorite things whenever I try and warm up. I just say that a couple times.
Dang. Alright.
Anyway, Palacios acknowledged to officers responding to his call that he knew the difference between an emergency call and a non-emergency call. The officer then issued him a misdemeanor summons for unlawful use of the 911 system. The violation carries up to a $500 fine and as much as 30 days in the parish jail. The chief of police, Brian... What is with these names? Zeringue?
Yeah, Zeringue.
Reminds all residents to dial the French police department main phone line at the number in the case of any non-emergency situations.
Yeah. Frickin', I don't know, like, they should really advertise, like, that a little more. Because, like, do you really know your frickin', like, police department's phone number?
Yeah, like, I know I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. It's like, okay, and like sometimes people don't have internet access, and like they just have like a landline, so freaking they just call, hey, hey, yeah, but like they usually like advertise that in like the phone book and like online on their website and stuff, if they have one, that is, but yeah, it's not, this, I mean, obviously this is probably, like, just a thing, because he was just generally confused, because he thought that, like, oh, I can just dial this, and then I can, I can check.
Yeah, I don't know if he should have gotten arrested for it.
I mean...
Maybe, like, taken down to the station, but, like, a misdemeanor?
Yeah, I mean, technically it is a misuse, but it was an unknowing misuse.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if he should have been punished to the full extent of the law.
Yeah.
At least in this case.
Exactly. But, like, I mean, there's definitely, like, some sort of punishment that he would have to reserve, that he would, deserve. But...
Yeah, but
like,
30 days in jail for a mistake, though, like, up to... Like, if he got the full extent, then that'd be something weird.
Yeah. It's
like, oh, what are you in for? I accidentally called 911. It's like, oh, I don't want to mess with him. Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
It's weird because he shares my name, and it's kind of... he looks like my brother.
Jeez.
That's actually really concerning.
Alright then.
Because he shares my name, and he has my mother's maiden name.
Oh, Jesus
so,
Christ.
What the hell? That's pretty great. I like... That's great. I like that article.
Alright.
And then we have the next article that, wow, I can't believe we have to have something with this.
Here, yeah, hold on. Let me read the title of this one.
Oh, yes, please.
Man who had sex with horse says it gave consent by winking at him. An NSW man jailed for having sex with a horse told police the horse gave him consent by winking at him. A court has heard. Warning, graphic.
Warning, graphic.
All right.
What is NSW?
I can look it up. NSW.
Yeah, where is that? Because apparently it was covered in Australia, so I'm guessing it's
NSW,
like...
New South Wales.
Okay.
So yeah, so freaking Welsh area.
He is a Welshan who stuck his pee-pee inside a horse.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, I already read over the article. Here, do you want me to just do like a brief
sum it up.
run over of it? So, basically, they installed cameras all over this like pen area because like they didn't want anyone like breaking in their stables, letting out their horses, stuff like that. Trying to look for stuff. So they install cameras, and then they see this guy just walking up, and like goes into the horse stable, sees this 2-year-old racehorse, sticks his pee-pee in it, and then does it 2 times.
Yeah, that's what got me.
And he freaking just okay, like because the horse was acting very erratically before the race.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, okay, what went on here? So they checked the tapes, and then the police saw him crouched in a corner, like in the stable, crouched in a corner, and then he got arrested after like having a fight with the cops and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, I'm reading the bottom of this.
Yeah.
So the 2 sexual acts, allowing a horse to fillet him, and digitally penetrating the horse?
Yeah, it's like you're... I'm trying to figure out exactly what that means without, like, getting you demonetized.
I mean, I'm not monetized anyway, so it's not that big of a deal.
I mean, yeah, but, like, basically, like, he used the second hole, basically. Since he couldn't use number 1, he used number 2.
I'm on Urban Dictionary.
Oh.
And apparently, I'm not going to read all of it, but one's hand refers to digits.
Yeah.
And then penetration refers to the act of penetrating.
Yep.
So if you put 2 and 2 together...
He fingered the horse.
Basically.
He didn't stick his pee-pee in. He stuck his index and pointer finger in. He stuck his index and middle finger. Or ring finger.
I can't get over this.
Why does this happen?
Why do people do this?
I don't know.
My favorite part of this. Webb Jackson pleaded not guilty.
Oh yeah.
Committing an act of cruelty to an animal.
Here, hold on, wait. Where was this? Hold on. Okay, yeah. Police. Wait, no, hold on. Wait, crap. I need to find the area. He told the police the horse smelled his crotch and winked at him, which he believed was the animal giving consent. But what special kind of dumb do you have to be?
How pent up are you to be like, hey, look, a horse?
Hold on, guys. I just gotta go nut in this horse real quick.
He sought out the horse. Like, it wasn't just, like, out in the field. It wasn't his own horse. It was someone else's horse that he broke into to do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he thought this out. He thought about how to get in.
Freaking, he had this planned out for years.
He was ready, like...
Jesus, he's like, oh man, this horse just got born in a couple of years. I'm gonna go up there.
When it comes of age.
When it becomes of age, which is apparently 2.
It's... How long is a horse year? We have dog years.
Yeah.
How long is a horse year? Horse year. Let's see here. Horse year equals 6.5 human years.
So
for the
legit, they would only be 13.
Yeah.
Wait, but that's legit only for the first 3 years of a horse's life.
Yeah, and then at the horse age of 3, the equivalent changes and is approximately 5 years to man.
And then from 4 horse years, its equivalent changes to 2.5 years instead of 6.
Why does it change so much?
The reason why it changed, it's just to like kind of guess, like it's comparing like the biometrics of them to the biometrics of us, and how we kind of just age at a steady rate, but they just kind of have a bunch of things happening at once. So like, as soon as they start getting older, well, like their cells start to decay and all that kind of stuff. Then they start decaying at a normal kind of like human rate, almost human, sometimes a little faster.
Yeah.
That's why dog years are at a constant 7, because they don't live as long, obviously, because like they're just at a steady year, they're at a steady rate. Their biometrics are obviously faster than ours.
Okay, I know I usually only do 2 articles.
Yes.
But I was looking through the bottom of this, and I see, this isn't therapy. U.S. Family Feud host stunned by crude answer.
What? Hold on. Freaking look at send me that article, please. I want to see that. This isn't therapy. Oh god, that is a long link.
Oh yeah.
Family Feud host Steve, U.S. Family Feud host shocked by this crude answer. This isn't therapy. Steve Harvey was left absolutely Steve Harvey was left absolutely gobsmacked.
Who uses that word?
When a celebrity guest came up with a surprisingly graphic answer to a simple question. Oh wait, this was freaking. Oh, it was the freaking Kardashians versus the. It was the Kardashians versus something else. Hold on, wait. I found it. After he asked, name something a lady cop might do to her husband in the bedroom, Shepard was quick to jump in, cut his penis off, she screamed after hitting the buzzer. A visibly shocked Harvey replied, Sherry, listen to me. This thing we're doing, this is a game show. This isn't therapy. You know, you're not supposed to be up here to get out your innermost thoughts. But Shepard just justified her answer by explaining that she thought most of America would feel that way if they've been through something.
I'd like to note.
Yes?
That they won.
What the fuck? Oh my god. Wait, hold on, wait. There's more. Meanwhile, the Australian version of the show, hosted by Goldie Logie? L-O-G-I-E? Whatever. Winner Grant Denyer has wrapped up filming for good, with 10 introducing a local version of a British show, pointless in 6 p.m. time slots instead. Why is this important?
Yeah, why they're just trying to fill us up.
6 days a week, twice a day, plus all-star episodes. We might have squeezed that lemon a little bit too much.
Just a little too much.
That's a weird analogy. Steve Irwin death. Terry Irwin reveals eerie Premonition. Sorry, why did I... But... The Single Wives, Episode 1. Viewer unimpressed by Picky. What? I love reading these titles.
This is beautiful.
Kyle Sandylands confirms return to TV.
Who's Kyle Sandyland?
I don't know. He made the knockoff version. He made the freaking like desert version of Candyland, Sandyland.
Let's see here.
It's Carl with a K, by the way.
Let's see. He's on the Kyle and Jackie O show. He was on the Australian Big Brother, the Australian X Factor, Australia's Got Talent, and Australian Idol.
Bud. What the fuck?
Oh, he was also on Meet the Hawkers. I thought that said hookers at first.
Bud. He was also on Fat Pizza versus Hooses, Hosses, I think, Housos.
Houses?
That's not how you spell houses.
How do you spell houses?
Houses, I think.
Oh, how was it spelled?
Housos.
Oh.
Housos.
Housos.
Housos. I don't know. All right.
I know Fat Pizza.
Yeah.
It's a great show. But I feel like this is a great place to end on.
All right.
With fucking Kyle Sandylands.
Kyle Sandylands.
Alright, I'm opening this image in a new tab. This is going on the sidebar of the podcast image.
Alright.
Him and Steve Harvey.
Him and Steve Harvey. Alright.
Anyway, since we're wrapping up the show, why don't you tell everybody where you can be found on the internet? Shill everything you have.
Okay. I can be found on YouTube at Squithy. I can be found on SoundCloud as Squithy. As you can tell, I'm very original.
Oh yes, very.
Freaking. Let me find my Twitter real quick. But Casting Call Club as Michael Caine because why not? Because I want my actual voice. My Twitter at SquithyYT, and yeah, that's about it.
Nice. Well, gotta get ready my breath for this outro. I always got to.
Alright.
Thank you all for watching. We have a great day, know you're beautiful, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for joining me for another adventure on the Baka Bowl, and thank you so much for joining me, Mike, for this wonderful show.
It is no problem, comrade.
If you ever want back on, just message me, and I'll be able to schedule you, because you were a great guest. Thank you so much.
No problem.
And if you like this video, give it a like. If you dislike this video, still give it a like anyway, because I like likes.
Because be positive, dumbass. Alright.
Yeah. Best thing you can do for all podcasts, even, like, not even mine, but all podcasts in general, is share it word by mouth. So if you like this podcast, go tell somebody else about it, and maybe they'll tell other people about it too.
Yeah.
So if you want to support my podcast, that's probably the best way you can do it. Anyway, that little shill's out of the way. Thank you all for joining us. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Roll the outro.
Roll it!
There'll be girls across the nation that'll eat this up. Babe, I know that it's your soul, but could you bottle it up? Get down to the heart of it, no, it's my heart. Your shit out of your love. Don't make me tell you again. Woo! Love, love, love. Hey. Love, 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 love.
I do it for love.
Love, love, love.
Do it for. Yeah, do it for. Do it for. I do it for the love, yes I do. So you don't care about the money, well yes it's true. And I'm so blessed to be fulfilling my destiny. All material things could mean less to me. Only thing I ever could need is a Sarah B sample with a dope ass beat. And get the mic check, all the levels right. And if it's good then I'll be here for several nights. Cause the only thing I need is a strong supporting team.